on Joe Girard tonight. That's right, and his decision on where he'll be playing at college hoops next year. The all-time leading scorer in New York State high school basketball history will wear orange. Right now, our Matt Hauser joins us in studio with more on the big-time commitment.
That's right, Tori, a big deal. There was a growing sense of optimism that Joe Girard III would choose the Syracuse Orange tonight, but when Duke and Michigan are also on the table, nothing is a certainty. So when 7 o'clock rolled around, we all hopped on social media and soon found out where New York State's all-time leading scorer was headed. And as it turns out, it's the Syracuse Orange. Girard making the decision tonight in front of a crowd of family and friends from the Queensbury Hotel in Glens Falls. He turns down the likes of Duke, Michigan, and Notre Dame, among several others, in favor of the Orange. Now, he grew up rooting for Syracuse basketball. His dad, Joe, playing his college ball for the Lemoyne Dolphins under John Beilein. The Central New York roots run deep for Girard, who says he is finally relieved to have this entire process behind him, ready to wear orange.
I mean, it's the hardest decision of my life. There's really no other way to put it. Coming down to it, it came down to every single school at the last second. But I guess what put it over, like I said, is just being comfortable. You want to be somewhere where you can thrive and be somewhere where you can see yourself if you're not playing basketball. And I felt like that the best place for that was Syracuse.
A round of applause to Jerry McNamara tonight for landing somebody like Joe Girard. You know, GMAC has caught a little bit of heat the last couple of years. A guy like Quade Green that he was recruiting for a long time. Kentucky came in, swooped him up at the last second. But GMAC deserves a lot of the credit for this one. This is a big get for Syracuse, a guy who can shoot the lights out.
Oh, so exciting. Good things to come for Cuse.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Matt.
And there it is. New York State's all-time leading scorer is staying in the Empire State. Good evening. I'm Matt Hausworth. The drive from Glens Falls to Syracuse is a smidge under 3 hours. And the Girard family will now have the distinct pleasure of making that trip on a regular basis. Joe Girard III has verbally committed to the Syracuse Orange. It was an incredible scene inside the Queensbury Hotel in Glens Falls tonight, surrounded by family and friends, ready to make his college decision. Girard chooses Syracuse over several others, including Duke and Michigan. Certainly a special night for a special player, one that can shoot the lights out and is ready to contribute right away for the Orange.
I mean, it's the hardest decision of my life. There's really no other way to put it. Coming down to it, it came down to every single school at the last second. But I guess what put it over, like I said, is just being comfortable. You want to be somewhere where you can thrive and be somewhere where you can see yourself if you're not playing basketball. And I felt like that the best place for that was Syracuse.
So what kind of player is Syracuse getting? Well, let's break it all down for you. He averaged 50 points per game last year during his junior year. He's the state's all-time leading scorer, as we said, and from Glens Falls High School. He stands 6'1", weighs in at 170 pounds, and can play either guard position. And he's also a four-star recruit, according to ESPN. A closer look at SU's 2019 recruiting class after Girard's decision tonight. Bryson Goodine is a good one, a 6'4" guard from Rhode Island, considered one of the better players in the country. John Bull-Ajak committed to SU just last week. He's a 6'10" center. And there's Girard. And don't forget about Isaiah Stewart from Rochester, New York. He's still out there in the Orange, hoping to land him as well.